Hi readers, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be doing this challenge called Where's That Fantasy Book Challenge. In case you don't know me, my name is Chris. I typically do 1-minute book reviews and all sorts of bookish stuff. Now, I originally saw this challenge over on a different YouTube channel, Megan's Reading Revelations. I will link her channel down below in case you want to check it out, but I thought it looked really cute and I wanted to give it a try because I'm a fantasy lover, so that's what I'm doing today. So in this challenge there are 20 different questions that you have to find a book that corresponds with that question. So for example, the first one on the list is a book over 1,000 pages, so I have to go and look through my bookshelves to try and find a book that is over 1,000 pages, a fantasy book obviously. So the point of this challenge, you have 10 minutes to go through all 20 questions. If you get at least 15 out of 20, then you win. And if you do not get at least 15 out of 20, then you have to do the penalty, which is to read the lowest rated book that is on your TBR. So I took a look, and currently the lowest rated book on my TBR is Ape House by Sarah Gruen. She is the same lady that wrote Water for Elephants that I really liked. So I picked this up at a library sale a while back. It does have a 3.49 rating on Goodreads, which isn't like horrible, but it was the lowest one that I could find. So anyway, I have my computer here. I am going to set my timer for 10 minutes. I'm going to edit it so you don't see me running around anywhere, but let's get started. And like I said, question number 1 was to find a book with over 1,000 pages. All right, so the only book that I could find that was over 1,000 pages was The Stand, that comes in around 1,152. I'm counting this as a fantasy book because it definitely has a lot of fantastic elements to it, so that might be stretching things, but I'm going to allow it. Hopefully you guys do too. All right, so that was number 1. And number 2 is a book older than you. This one was a little bit easier for me to find. This is The Hobbit, first published in, I believe, that's the introduction. 1966, definitely older than I am. So question 3 is going to be multiple books in a series that you have not started yet. And those are actually right next to me. That is going to be the Red Queen series. I know there's a book that's missing in this collection. I have not started it yet. Obviously, I have multiple books. So, and I understand that this is a fantasy series. Someone can tell me if I'm totally wrong about that. So that was number 3. Question number 4 is a book with a weapon on the cover. I decided to go with a classic, which is this, which version is this? Oh, A Game of Thrones from the Song of Ice and Fire series. There is the sword. All right, so the next one is going to be a myth or retelling. My pick for this one is going to be Cinder, which I understand is a Cinderella retelling. Again, not a book that I have read, but that's what I've heard about it. All right, next is going to be a book signed by the author. That is going to be my copy of The Diviners. It was signed by Libba Bray. If you have not read this series, it's an amazing series. You need to check it out. All right, next is going to be a book with illustrations. And for that one, I actually think I'm going to grab this book over here because I'm lazy. And I think there's illustrations in here. Tell me I'm right. Yep. So I think this counts as illustrations. This is the last book in the Dark Tower series, which is definitely a fantastical series by Stephen King, if you have not read it. Yeah, there are multiple illustrations in here, so I'm saying this counts. All right, so the next book, or the next question, is a book with a unique magic system. Ooh, I thought of a good one for that. I just have to see if I can find it. All right, so that is going to be The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This has a very unique magic system called symmetry. I can't really explain it to you, but if you know, you know. All right, so the next question on the list is books in a series that aren't the same size. I don't know if this was meant by the question, but here are 1, 2, and 3 books from a series that I have that are not the same size. This is the way I ended up purchasing them, so it's my fault that they're not the same size, but I'm counting that for the question. All right, so the next one is features a bastard child or a lost heir. I'm kind of cheating a little bit on this one, but I'm going back to A Song of Ice and Fire again with a Dance of Dragons. There is a lost, alleged Targaryen heir. We don't really know yet at this point if he actually is who he says he is or not. I was trying to find a book from a different series, but this was the first one that sprang to mind, and it was right here, so there you go. So that's that one. The next one is an assassin story. Again, this is not a series that I've read, but I know based on the back cover and from others that this is about an assassin. So the Throne of Glass series, that is my pick for a book about an assassin. The next is going to be a book by a POC author. I'm going to have to skip that one because I'm not sure which fantasy books I have would be from a POC author, and I don't want to take the time to look it up. So next is going to be a book that's an urban fantasy. A lot of Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter books are considered urban fantasies, so this was the first closest one that I could grab, which was Lord of Shadows. Next is going to be a special edition. This is my special edition of Harry Potter, Book 4, and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So this is going to be my special edition for that question. So the next question is a book that features dragons. For this one, I had to go with the classic Aragon by Christopher Paolini. Obviously, a book about dragons, so that was kind of an easy one. All right, next is going to be multiple copies of the same book. For this one, I grabbed 2 copies of The Hunger Games. One is a hardcover, one is a softcover. That doesn't mean I don't have more floating around, but these are multiple copies of the same book. Next is going to be an underhyped book. An underhyped book that I don't hear people talk about enough is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. If you have not read this trilogy, it came out like between 10 to 20 years ago. It's an amazing trilogy. You should definitely read it. But because I'm getting close on time, I'm going to move on to a standalone. Right now, because no other books have come out yet, this is a standalone. Cursed. Came out this year by Thomas Wheeler. Netflix show. No sequel yet, so it counts. And finally, a one-word title. Dang it, I could have used that one, but let me go and try and find something else. I picked Soulless by Gail Carringer. Another fun kind of steampunk fantasy type series. Would definitely recommend it. I gotta move on though. That was one word title. Book with a Talking Animal. That's my last one. I'll be right back. For Book with a Talking Animal, I grabbed the His Dark Materials trilogy. Everyone has a soul that lives in an animal. Those animals talk. Whew, I am so out of breath from running back and forth. But that was the last question, and I'm at 9 minutes and 45 seconds. So I just came in under 10 minutes, even though I technically skipped one. So I got 19 out of 20. Whew, that was really tough, mostly because if this is any indication over here, my bookshelves are not as well arranged as I would like them to be. So that's why it took me so long to sort through anything. But anyway, I hope you guys had fun watching me complete this challenge. If you like this type of video, these type of challenge videos, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought. Comment down below on what challenge you'd like me to do next. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. I do new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays, and sometimes on Fridays. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.